Hello, thank you for being here. Welcome to my channel. I am doing um, a read for the collective from my Beyond Lumeria Oracle deck for today. And I have 1111 Hertz Angel Number Healing Music playing in the background. I do not own the rights to. Today is May 10th. And the reason, and usually I don't play anything in the background, but I was watching my sister Awaken Intuitive Tarot. She did readings for the collective, and she was playing. Actually, it's really weird because she was playing music in the background, and I was like, She was talking about the synchronicities and stuff with the numbers through our messages and everything like that. So I don't know, I felt kind of drawn to this. Like I said, I've never done the music in the background before, so again, I don't own the rights to it, and all that good copyright stuff. And it is by Inner Lotus, which is an amazing channel. It has to be one of my favorites to listen to just for meditation, whether it's sleep meditation or just regular meditation. Even you can use it for both. It's absolutely amazing. I feel like there is just so much healing and love within their music that it's just amazing. And the other reason, bringing up my sister Natalie's channel, is I was watching her do her reading, and she used the Beyond Lumeria one, and I got the message that I needed to pull cards from it, so I'm going to, and I haven't, it could be because I haven't used it in a really long time, I'm not sure, but I know that that message was meant to, be put there for a reason. There's no such things as coincidences. So I'm just getting my guidebook and everything, and get everything organized. And I got my crystals on. Speaking of which, my soul sister, Crystal Medicine, she made this pendulum for me. And I've been wearing it as a necklace as of late, and I absolutely love it. She makes amazing healing jewelry. She's all about crystal healing. She's been healing her own self with it. So if you have any interest in crystal healing or just jewelry, please go take a look at her stuff. She busts her ass for it, and she does an amazing job. And you can count on anything you get from her being absolutely real, 100%, because she truly believes in the power of crystals and the healing properties that they do have. So she would never hand out something to anybody else if she didn't truly believe that it would work. So yeah, so I'm gonna leave both of their channels pinned in the comment section of this video, and on my channels I've shared their videos before for both of them, but go ahead and take a look at them. Natalie is an absolutely amazing tarot reader, absolutely amazing. And like I said, Crystal Medicine with her jewelry, it's amazing. And she has a wonderful backstory to go with it, as proof in the pudding, so to speak, because she suffers from MS, and she's been able to heal herself from certain things with her MS and do things that the doctor said she would never be able to do. So she's a testament to what crystals can really do as far as, healing. And she's so super informative about it as well. All right, so I'm going to light my Palo Santo. And I cleansed everything beforehand making this video. And initially I wasn't going to make a video, but then I decided to, so that's cool. I need to start working more on my spiritual channel. Sorry, my lighter's kind of clunking out here. I'm going to pause this just for a second. Sorry about that, I am back. I also decided to light cedar. Sage and I have this love-hate relationship. when it comes to when it wants to work and when it doesn't. I do favor Palo Santo, I'm not going to lie. There's just something very calming and relaxing about the smell. I don't know, it seems like it just holds out a little better, for me at least, when it comes to having stuff lit and everything. So I did not do my prayers just yet. I'm going to tap out the deck first. And just in case you don't know, you tap out your deck so that way you can release any energy from the cards from past readings, or that might be, you know, kind of stuck there. So then that way when you're doing your new reading, your reading will be, you know, fresh. It won't have any old energy attached to it. Okay, so we're going to get started. So I'm asking Divine Spirit, Universe, Creator, the collective, light workers, light beings and beings of light only, light beings and being of light only, sorry. The collective, soul sisters, seven sisters, star seeds, ancestors of the light, guardian angels, angels of the light, and just all light beings. Alrighty, so these cards are absolutely beautiful. They are a lot larger, a little harder to kind of like, if you want to hold them to like shuffle them like a deck of cards, it's a little bit difficult if you have small hands like I do. So, alright. Spirit, Source, Creator, Universe. What message do we have for the collective today? Do we have a message for the collective today? Will you please show me which message we have for the collective today? Alright, I'm pulling. Ooh, that is funny. So, I pulled Crystal Keys. Look at that. And I was just talking about my soul sister, Crystal Medicine. And then Starseeder was the second one. Starseeder and Crystal Keys. Okay. And let's see here. Let me see what we've got. So number 22 was Crystal Keys. So, and the one great thing about the Beyond Lumerian deck is the guidebook is large. So the printing's bigger for anybody that's got vision issues. And the cards are numbered within the book, which for me is a major plus. Especially because I'm new to this, so I don't have things memorized, and my memory's for crap anyway, but yeah, so I just wanted to point that out there. The artwork in these cards is absolutely stunning as well. So, okay, so this is the Crystal Keys card. And there's stuff with inside the little bubbles. I can't quite make out what it is. I don't know if it's sacred geometry or what it is, but I will put this here. Hopefully you can see it. Hidden wisdom codes, potent information, Lumerian seed crystals, seeing your triggers as a gift, awareness of drama, creating patterns, healing the earth by looking at your inner environment, healing through awareness. Ooh, Lumerian quartz crystals they're talking about now. I actually have one, but it's upstairs. I keep it on my lamp for the last couple of nights. Okay, so Lumerian quartz crystals are special pieces of clear quartz with indented ridges running across them. They are known as seed crystals because they are said to have been found individually buried in sand and earth rather than attached to a large cluster that the way most crystals are. Aware of their oncoming destruction, the Lumerians imbued information about how to avoid a similar catastrophe on crystals and buried them. Oh, I didn't know that. That's really interesting. The ridges on the crystals are believed to be Lemurian inscriptions. These crystals are reappearing now as this knowledge is again relevant. This card is about deciphering wisdom codes. Ooh, I wonder if that's what's inside those bubbles then. I don't know. You might not be able to see it with the camera. But, you know, maybe those are the codes. Okay, let's see. This card is about deciphering wisdom codes. We may wonder how to access information regarding our spiritual growth as we navigate our everyday reality. This wisdom comes through inner paradoxes when we are truly present, awed, in creative flow, or a state of surrender. It may come as riddles and in the most unlikely places. Zen Buddhism taps into this using Cohen's paradoxical statements and the mind cannot fathom, to bypass traditional understanding and allow spiritual epiphany and a deeper knowledge of the soul to surface. Key wisdom codes can come to us when we are triggered. They are accessible in those moments when everything becomes more emotional, dramatic, or painful than it needs to be. Here, when light shines on our shadow, we are graced with significant insight into places we can grow and evolve from, although it might take courage and a healthy dose of self-awareness to embrace the wisdom of those moments. It's amazing how much energy, freedom, and expansion comes as a result of deciphering these bubbles of information, tailored especially for us. Sometimes insight is so perfectly constructed within a scenario that it gets right into our most tender spots for the perfect healing. These are potent codes as all personal power struggles and ego problems affect the bigger picture of how the world operates. Our shadows are unresolved wisdom codes. Avoidance makes them spiral out to aid in the construction of a world we don't actually want, both individually and collectively. When we see this information as the gift that it is, we can cultivate presence and begin to see between the lines of our inner workings. The world needs as much light as possible, so we do not have a repeat of what happened in Lemuria. Let's allow ourselves to see our shadows as an opportunity to bring more light into our being and heal the world from these dark foundations. So the divinatory meaning for this card is: be inspired to find the wisdom hidden in those times when you feel triggered. There is so much information within our raw and intense reactions that when you choose to be present with what is coming up and peel back the layers, great spiritual insight will unveil itself in a way tailored just for you. If we could all learn to see our triggers in the bigger picture, so much confrontation and upset would be lessened. Power struggles and fear would diminish, and we would see greater compassion across the planet. Perspective and misunderstanding would shift, and the way people want to be loved would be experienced without distortion. These are the seeds for peace on earth. Wow, that's really a beautiful message, and it's super powerful. So when they're talking about triggered and stuff like that, they're also talking about Dark Night of the Soul. I always can never remember if that's the correct way of saying it, but basically you're working through your traumas. Whether it is a traumatic situation that somebody put you in, or you put yourself in, or that you allowed, whether it is your own self-hate, your own negative thinking about yourself as well. Um, when you're working through that kind of stuff, you're healing. And it's not easy because you have to face and deal with things that, hurt you in one way or another. And you're not being told to, like, forgive and forget or any of that stuff like that. You're being told to learn. I think for me personally, um, it was really hard because I had to confront not only um, my my issues that I was having with my daughter, but also my issues that I thought I had, uh, gotten over with, like my issues with my father and my mom. And I thought I had healed from that stuff. I thought I was done and over with it. And then, sure as hell enough, something else had come back up. And then issues with myself as well. I needed to acknowledge my part in things, and learn how to forgive myself for things I may have said or done in the past that wasn't okay to do and say. I had to recognize truths within relationships that pertain to me about, like for instance, my relationship with my husband. We have a pretty good marriage. We got our quirks about us, and we're simply meant to be. And whatever that may mean, it's like the good, bad, and the ugly. Like I said about the awakening, it's always about the good, bad, and the ugly. That's the whole purpose of me doing this, so other people who feel alone don't feel so alone going through this if they feel like they don't have support that they need. So for me, I had to realize that I can't change my husband to understand what this awakening is and what it means, or why I do his Sally My Jack channel for the missing kids and stuff like that. It was a really hard pill to swallow, and I had to come to terms with the fact that he is the way he is, and in due time he'll wake up on his own. I can't rush it. I need to just let it happen. And being a Libra, you want to be the fixer-upper of everything. You want to balance everything. You want justice. You want, you just want equality. You want all that stuff, right? So that also was a hard pill to swallow, because you have to recognize that the only people we truly can change or work on is ourselves. There's no one out there that can work on you besides you. Other people can maybe suggest things, give advice, or point out things that need to be taken care of. But if you can't see it yourself, you're not ready. If you can't recognize it, if you can't acknowledge it, you're not ready. And so, that is something that is really crucial to your awakening. You have to be able to acknowledge that there's things that are just simply out of your control. And that, you can't change the past, obviously. However, you don't have to live in it. You don't have to suffer because of it, and you don't have to have any self-hate because of it. And you can forgive yourself or others, whatever it is you need to work through. Will it change anything that happened? No. But it is a way of releasing what is holding you down. And those are those dark shadows, those triggering moments, those unhappy times. Whether it's, like I said, looking at yourself, or a job you have, or relationships, friendships, family ships, whatever you want to call them. It's really taking a good look at yourself too, not just others, because you can't blame everybody for what you've gone through, right? You also have to take accountability for why certain things did happen. And for me, Like I said, my daughter was a huge, huge thing that needed to be worked on. And I think it was because of my awakening that I was finally able to truly deal with our relationship falling apart. And it took a really long time, and it was extremely painful. And I honestly, if you would have asked me this like a couple of years ago, I would never have thought I would be here. Like being able to start communicating with her again, being able to even, talk about her and stuff. And I am able to, because I started healing. And, and it's so important to heal, because when you're healing, you're letting go of all that trauma, and you're making room for like the good stuff that's supposed to come for you. You know what I mean? And um, I know how my husband feels about what I'm doing, and I want to stay true to myself. So that's why I keep going, because I know this is my life's purpose. I know that I was meant to do both of my channels for different reasons, and the world isn't ready for it to be combined, and that's okay. I'm fine with that. Um, but I know deep in my heart that even if he can't be supportive the way I need him to be, um, he he's proud of what I'm doing. And you don't need validation from anybody. And I learned that too. But I'm just saying, like, I know deep inside he knows what I'm doing is doing good, and that's the whole purpose of this. Probably thinks I'm batshit crazy, but that's okay. A lot of people do. But yeah, okay. So sorry for rambling on. But yeah, just know, working on your dark night of the soul stuff, or your past traumas, like I said, whether it was self-hate to yourself, or situations that you put yourself in, or others put yourself in, whatever the case may be, it's okay. If you have to write it down on a paper and rip that bitch up and let it go, then that's how you do it. It's different for everybody. All right, the next card we have is the Starseer, which is page 46. Oh, I don't know how I got over here. And, sorry, my cat's jumping all over the place. I need a drink of water. Okay, so page 46. This is so pretty. Oh, that's really cool. It's like looks like a person walking up a ladder to the star. And she's got her third eye there. Okay, so this is the Starseer. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm in the wrong spot, ain't I? I sure as hell am. Hold on a second. Well, isn't that odd? Oh, I'm in the wrong place. That's why. I was like, why isn't that making sense? Sorry, guys. That's my eyeballs for ya. Alright, where do we go? Oh, okay, got it. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, let's see here. Ooh, this is really good too. Alright. So, Starseer. Listen to your intuition. Trust the holistic journey, dreams finding their way into being, the bigger picture, a more aligned outcome than expected, clarity of the greater path. Have you ever headed toward a specific destination, but instead of it being where you ended up, the journey was the catalyst for getting where you were meant to go? Have you ever felt the universe was conspiring against you and nothing seemed to be working out as planned, but then everything came together in a way that was so perfect? This card is about the journey not going as planned, but the outcome being better than you thought possible. When we set our dreams and intentions, internal or external shifts may need to occur before we start to see results. Outdated doors may need to close. That talks about the dark night of the soul. That's how I take it, at least. Letting go of stuff that doesn't serve you anymore. Sorry. Outdated doors may need to close. Ideas that are holding you back may need to transform. Life's winding roads may make it seem as though you are off the path despite how right your decisions may feel. Trust and know that your higher self may have bigger plans for you. That's so funny because the video I was watching from Natalie, Awaken Intuitive Terrors, was a higher self video for all the zodiac signs and the collective. Sorry. Trust and know your higher self may have bigger plans for you. There might be some adventures on the way or not. The road you take depends on how ready you are and the distance between your current life and the one you are dreaming into being. This card depicts intuition as a goddess. She is lifting you out of the clouds of confusion and mind noise and showing you the clear way forward. She is your higher self and can see your great potential. Trust your instincts and have faith in your dream. You are already on your way. Let me just make sure there's nothing else. Oh, no, there is. The divinatory meaning: keep believing in yourself. Trust in your dreams enough to let the serendipities unfold. Let go enough to allow space for unexpected opportunities, even when the route is not as direct as you imagine. Listen to your intuition and know you've got this. See? And that's kind of leads into the card that we were talking about with the first card with the crystal keys. And the dark night of the soul, letting stuff go, letting out of, getting rid of all that old energy and negative energy to make room for, like, happier times and stuff like that. And, an awakening is not, it's not easy, and it doesn't mean everything's going to go your way, like the card said, or that, you're having an awakening and now everything's going to fall into place and life's going to be grand and all this other stuff. No, that's not how it works. It would be great if it did, but that's not how it works. But yeah, it goes back, for me at least, like I was saying, it goes back to working on that dark night of the soul and your past traumas, whether it's stuff you're dealing with, situations, or, your own self-hatred, whatever it may be. You gotta work on that stuff in order to make room for the good stuff that is to come. And I've always been a very negative thinking type person, and I finally have been able to start being positive and seeing the good that can come out of the bad, or like when situations happen, and all you can just see is just like how horrible everything is. But realizing things happen for a reason. There is no such thing as a coincidence, and when one door closes, another door opens, which is a very common phrase that a majority of us grew up with. So that is the reading for the collective. Sorry, this was quite the rambling on. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Again, these are just my intuitive opinions, and have time for yourself to really think about what serves your purpose right now in the current, being and time of your life, and what things are holding you back, what you need to let go, or what you need to work on. And always tell yourself, I am light, I am love, I am healing, and I am protected, because you are. Have a great day.